So on MLB.com, they did it's slightly early, right? They did National League Rookie of the Year voting. Did it in both leagues, but we'll start with the National League. Writers and editors voting. Right now, Mackenzie Gore of the Padres is the winner. He's up on top. Seiya Suzuki, I mentioned, he got off to a tremendous start. He's in second place, and then it's a big drop rest of the way, including Hunter Green. He must have gotten a vote somewhere, but those are the first place votes that we went. So Gore, by the way, is tearing it up. Gore is off to a great 2.06 ERA, 2.35 fielding independent pitching. So he is up there now. Will you go in any other direction?
That was my pick as well, Mackenzie Gore. I mean, he has been absolutely electric, and the stuff is there, but see why? I like the way he sequences his pitches. Like, it makes sense. And who better to tell you than a hitter who stood in the box and understands that this combination of the elevated fastball combined with that nasty breaker of exactly the same trajectory, you can't recognize it. You're going to have to pick one or the other, or you're going to be late on the fastball and swing and miss out in front of the off speed.
Right.
Good luck.
He's my guy. I think MLB.com got it right here. And what I love about Mackenzie Gore is his story. Yeah, he was a third pick overall, but you assume with a lot of these guys that it's just so easy. These guys get drafted, and it's a super easy, path to the big leagues. But, I mean, he dominated in 2019, 1.69 ERA. And then in 2020, that pandemic-shortened season, really hurt him. He struggled trying to find his mechanics. 2021, he ended up going all the way down to rookie ball lows. Going back down to rookie ball, trying to find his way, find his mechanics, because he knew if he could do that, he would be just fine. Worked his way back up, and now he's in the big leagues, never looking back. Being able to match him up with Darvish and Minaya, and Clevenger, get those guys together. If they make the postseason, I don't know if that goes into the voting, but if they make the postseason, he's going to be a big reason that happens for them.
I would keep an eye on Suzuki and see. The Suzuki that was playing baseball the first 3 weeks of the season, that guy was a great player. Now, he hasn't been since, but we got a long way to go. So we'll see where he ends up. We'll see how many innings Gore can pitch. All right, go to the American League. A little more depth for the rookies in the American League, but at the very top, it's Jeremy Pena, shortstop for Houston. He's got a 149 OPS plus. He's up on top. Julio Rodriguez. Now, again, it merits mentioning. Think of how lost Rodriguez looked early in the season. Now he's not. 320 on base, slugging 406. Good defense. So he comes in second. Joe Ryan, who's pitching great. He has a 2.28 ERA for the Twins. Look at Bobby Witt Jr. there. Adley Rutschman was just brought up. Stephen Kwan is the top contact hitter in the league. I love Stephen Kwan. He's leveled off a little bit. Chris, where do you go?
I mean, on this list right here, Julio and Bobby, I really love their upside. I think they have extremely high upside. I think they'll most potentially have the best careers of that group right there. But if I'm going for a Rookie of the Year just for this season, it's hard for me to lean away from Pena. He's been pretty consistent all year. He's played amazing defense this season. You're coming after Carlos Correa. That's so much pressure coming into that situation where everybody wanted the Astros to sign some big-name prospect or big-time shortstop if they weren't going to get Correa. And Pena's just stepping in hey, I'm still here, guys. I'm still a big prospect over here. And he has 2.5 WAR right now, BK.
Yeah.
So you're telling me I can have a rookie that's potentially is a 5 WAR player right out the gate? I think you got to take it.
There's your WAR leaders right here. Manny Machado's tearing it up. He's on top by Trout. Tommy Edman. Oh, who knew? Jeremy Pena. He's playing elite defense at shortstop.
Hold on, BK. Sorry. This doesn't mean that he's the top 5 player in the game, though. You have to realize, he's a +7 DRS this season. He gets a lot of defensive WAR. He gets a lot of his value from how good he is defensively. When you put him in the category with names like that, it's whoa.
Yeah. But WAR's an approximation. You're not supposed to follow it day by day and all that. Yeah. However, it is what it is. If he ends up with a 9.1 WAR at the end of the year, well, he actually is one of the best players in the game.
Yeah, and so
he is
far,
there.
You can say that. So far, we can say he has been one of the best players in baseball, in that list. In the long run, that remains to be seen.
Right.
I'll do the same thing you did for Mackenzie Gore. I'll tell you the story. I mean, this kid's got a great story as well. I mean, went over to Rhode Island, came from the Dominican Republic when he was young, BK. Went to school in the University of Maine. So I love those Northeast guys because I feel
that's kind of similar. Dominican Republic, you were in Boston,
yes.
right? Similar sort of story.
He was a black bear for the University of Maine and gets an opportunity here. And big shoes to fill. The pressure is real. And yet, I don't think the Astros are missing Carlos Correa.
He's filling those shoes.
At all. No. They're like, okay, no problem. We're good with Jeremy Pena.
Now, again, Julio Rodriguez turning it around. I'm glad you mentioned that we're a long way to go with Bobby Witt, right? Again, if we're going to go a couple of more months here, I want to see what Witt and Rodriguez, what their numbers are, because they're good.
Right.
Is Witt going to figure this out?
He's going to figure it out. If I have to take a couple guys off that list, that's the two guys I'm taking. Yeah, Rutschman's going to be great. They're going to have a good career. Pena's going to be amazing. But those guys, their upside is just so astronomical when you see what they can do on the field. Bobby Witt is one of the fastest guys I've ever seen, and he has pop, and he plays great defense. And he seems like just a well-rounded kid. I mean, big league kid. You grew up in the big leagues. Like, you're ready for that moment. So I don't feel like he's pressing too much. He'll find it.
Yeah, again, and you saw how lost Rodriguez was early at the type of game he's playing now. Things can happen very quickly for these young guys. Good rookie class, though. It's like when you actually line them up and you see how many good young players are there, it's excellent.